Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be looking at unclogging the ceramic coating on this car, well on the flat areas, trying to just use two products. In the last video I washed the car and I noticed that the bonnet, the roof and the boot was starting to slow, so I'm hoping that with a wash with the Infinity Wax off followed by a hit with the Built Hamber Cortisol is going to unclog the ceramic. Either that or we'll find out if it is starting to get towards the end of its life. So still plenty of beads left on the car anyway, so the coating's still there, it's still performing. We showed that in the last video, but we want to see if we can get it performing as well as what it was in the doors. Let's get to it. Just to give a little bit of context, the car was washed a few days back when I done a wash just using the garden hose. So I'm continuing just using the garden hose because I don't feel that you need a pressure washer for it. But this is the water behaviour as it sits just now. We can see that the coating is repelling the water, but it's a little bit slow compared to the rest of the car. So the first thing I'm going to do is get the Infinity Wax off shampoo. This essentially does what it says in the tin, it takes the wax off. I've made another video on it, you can check it out if you want to click the banner in the top right hand corner of the screen. But the purpose of this is basically to get all the crap, or as much of the crap, out of the coating before going on to use the fallout remover. Now I have seen a lot of comments posted on Facebook user groups saying that my coating's failed after 3, 4, 5 months. Sometimes you just need to give it a good decontamination, essentially using a product like Infinity Wax Off or Garage Therapy Zero Decon, something along those lines, just to clear out your coating. It needs decontaminated in the same way that sometimes your paint needs decontaminated, and you'll see that as we look at the fallout remover shots. But look at the difference of the water behaviour instantly after just using the wax off there. Very impressed, and certainly proving that the coating's still going well. Now that I've done the shampoo phase, I'm going to go on to the fallout remover phase, and what I'm using is Built Hamber's Cortisol. This is literally the dregs of the bottle that I've got left here, so it's taking a bit of time to apply it, but nevertheless we'll get there in the end, and then we can go in for a closer look just to see how much fallout is actually on the car. After a few minutes we can really start to see the fallout lighting up the bonnet. Ignore the big blobs at the bottom, that's just rust spots reacting with the fallout remover, but as we go in closer up and as time goes on, there's a lot more purple coming out on top of the fallout, on top of the ceramic coating. Bearing in mind this was done 8 months or so ago now, so I would expect there to be some contamination build up on the vehicle. Once I'm happy that the fallout remover's reacted for long enough, I'm just going to get my wash mitt again. I'm going to go over on top of the fallout remover before doing a final rinse off, and then having a little bit of a comparison at the water behaviour before doing this process versus the water behaviour after doing this process. Just as I'm getting ready to rinse this off, I'd just like to take this moment to say that I have actually started a new channel where I'm going to move all the project car stuff over to, so that the project car stuff and the detailing content is separated out, just so that people aren't getting shown stuff that they don't necessarily want to see every few weeks. So if you are interested in the project stuff, head on over, I'll leave a link in the description, and go and drop me a little subscribe on that, help me get the numbers up on that channel as well. However, as we come into rinsing it off, we can see that there's a dramatic improvement in the water behaviour, showing that the coating's been brought back to life just by a good decontamination of the paint, or not of the paint, of the coating itself.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense, but hey, when I keep doing, I'll be funny. I don't give a fuck, I keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they're leaving me successful cause I'm trying to do. They sit there feeling dismantled because we're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't sack off, wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything else.
And then just as I'm finishing up, on the left hand side we've got what the water behaviour was like before the process, and on the right hand side the water behaviour after the process. And that right there is just how easy it can be to declog your ceramic coating. Granted, the water behaviour slowed down a little, but from that wash with the wax off, followed up by the fallout remover, it's dramatically improved it. So that's a win for me. Doesn't need to be Infinity wax off. Normally I would use Garage Therapy Zero Decon with any kind of fallout remover, but I don't have any left. I need to place an order and get some new products, but this stuff works just as well. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you found it helpful, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and as always, I'll see you on the next one.